Welcome back to another episode, another weekly episode of your favorite podcast, Pondering. I'm Tyler Neffield. I'm here with my
I
co-host.
am Ben Yoon, and today we will be reading some Reddit. Our episode is about reading some Reddit
Right.
stories, and
So
we're
the
gonna
so the
like,
title of the episode will be
oh, am I the asshole?
yes.
Filtered. But the thing is, like, we're gonna read it, and it's kind of like, I don't know, we'll just read it and be like, give our 2 cents on,
Yeah, so we're
yeah,
reading
these
Am I the
stories.
Asshole responses on Reddit, and I guess we're gonna give our take
Simply
on them.
that.
You know, something new, right? I think a lot of new things have come to the podcast here.
Yeah, I thought this was a very good idea.
Yeah, like I'd say in the past like month or so, we've had a lot of things that are like just new.
Let us know if you want more serious topics,
Yeah, that's it.
because there were a lot of serious ones. Or like, I don't know, we read one about like cancer, and that was pretty
Oh
sad.
yeah, that was yeah.
I was like, oh,
But we also started off the podcast. I'm not gonna look it up now. We started off the podcast with a lot of serious topics,
we did, yeah.
and then I think you can see as you go through all of our like um
Episodes, yeah.
episodes, it gets less and less
Like, yeah.
serious. Or I think we get less and less serious. And
Anyway,
now it's come to this.
so this first one, well, this is one says, so
What?
so this person is just oh, okay, so I-24 male, right? It refuses to take her 22 female banana bread. That's what the title says. So,
We're gonna read it here, so go ahead.
so this is posted by FSDK LAS.
Okay.
First class.
First class.
Anyway, it says I-24 male was at my company cafeteria when I saw someone, 22 female, who also goes to my gym. I started talking to her, just a friendly conversation because I was bored. I didn't know she worked at our company, but we decided to have small talk at lunch and go our separate ways. I actually wanted a buddy to talk to for lunch. I started seeing her every day, and it was nice to have a friendly conversation and talk to people at our cafeteria. There's honestly no one who goes there sitting alone while eating. What? There's
Well, yeah,
there's honestly no one who goes there and sitting alone while
oh,
eating makes me sad, depressed. The next day I went back to my cubicle when I saw her standing there with banana bread. Now she does not work in the same department as me, but on a different floor of our building. I'm not sure how she found my cubicle number, but I'm guessing she searched through every floor since there's only 5 floors. She told me she made banana bread for me. And wanted me to try it. I said I didn't really want to. I don't really like banana bread. She insisted that it took her hours to make and she wanted to share it in lunch and try a little. I said
uh,
no thanks. She got angry and said I was an asshole and I left my cubicle and left my cubicle. Did I do something wrong for saying no to her banana bread?
okay, that's such a funny story,
Oh
actually.
my goodness.
But I kind of know my take already. What's your take?
I guess he's not at fault. Like, it's not his fault. I mean, like, he doesn't like banana bread. Don't take banana bread. But I guess he's not in the wrong. But I personally would have, like, taken it and just not eat it. I would just would have been like, take it and give it to someone else in my
Yeah,
house and be like, oh, it was so good. And, like, say,
yeah.
I guess it depends on how much I care about that relationship.
See, I think like this guy has to be pretty oblivious, right? Okay, so let's look at the facts right here, right? 24-year-old dude, 22-year-old girl. They work like come on now. Like they have to probably like each other.
Well,
Or at least she might like him, right?
I don't know. I feel like that's a friendly thing to bake someone bread and give them at work. I feel like do people still hit on each other at work and stuff like that?
I would hope so.
What do you mean? What do you mean you hope
I
so?
don't know. Like I feel like it's like a very like a thing that shouldn't be like shot down. Like
Well, the people that I work with, I do see some interesting
yeah, I
things.
bet.
Like
Well, go ahead.
like this one waitress, I was working and she was talking about how her Tinder date was like fooling around with other people, and she was like getting mad and stuff, and I was just kind of like, well, dang, yikes,
Yikes.
yikes.
Well, I don't know. Like, yeah, I probably would have just taken it. I think he probably handled that wrong, but
Yeah,
I don't
it was
know.
poor.
Like, he could have just been like, why didn't he just take it? Did he
That's
not
what
like
I,
it that
that's what
much
I'm
that he can't
saying.
eat it?
Like, is it that bad that you maybe no, because we don't know if he's allergic to bananas or something. But
He
like,
could have said he's allergic to
that would have been
bananas.
a lot better.
Yeah, and she would have been like, "Oh," but like she spent all that time. Like he could have been like, "Oh, like I'm not a huge fan of it, but I guess I'll like try a tiny piece of it."
My problem is the fact that okay, so he's not when it comes down to it, like no one cares about anyone's feelings. He's not in the wrong, but she definitely shouldn't have made it that like you. Why would you pour your time into something that someone didn't ask
Yeah,
for, and it's gonna like you can't really get mad, but I would understand why you would get mad. Yeah,
yeah. Or he could have been like, "Oh, I don't like it, and I don't really feel comfortable trying it, so I'm just gonna like bring it home to like my family or something." Maybe she
yeah.
would have been like, "Oh, okay, he's
Like
sweet."
let me know what they think.
Yeah,
You
or
know.
yeah, he might. I don't know. It's hard because he might have said it in a way where he was like, "I don't want it," and she was like, "Try it," and he's like, "No." Like I
He
don't know.
said he literally put I said I didn't really want to. I don't like banana bread. She insisted that it took her hours to make.
See, that's the thing though. He says, "I said I didn't really want to. I don't like banana bread." Did he say I don't like banana bread, or he's just telling us, the reader, that? Because it kind of sounds like
Yeah.
he's just telling us and didn't say to her he didn't like banana.
What if he's like, what if it actually
Hmm.
happened? He's like, nah, I don't want that. He's just like, no, get that out. Get away.
Get that out of my face.
Get away. Yeah, that is
Wow, that's a
problematic.
me personally, I like banana bread. Do you like banana bread? My mom makes good banana bread.
I think it's overrated.
Wow. I
I
mean,
think like banana bread, cinnamon bread rolls, like any
what?
like blah. I don't know. I just like oh, maybe it's because my parent like pumpkin rolls, like I don't know. What are you doing? We're gone.
Yeah, we were gone over here.
Oh,
I don't know if you're watching the video right now. It seems like we're having video issues.
actually someone just turned off the lights. Let me go turn them back on
Um,
real quick.
it's just not working. Wait,
What is going
what if I
on?
stop the virtual camera? Okay, that's fine, right? Just
Well then wait, let me
hmm.
oh my lord. We're gonna have to
Which it wasn't showing the preview of
why
us.
isn't this going back?
That's what I'm saying.
What? Studio what? So it's still recording.
Yeah, yeah. So we're everybody can still hear us. Oh well, I guess.
Um, has this just become a non-video? Because I don't know to. Oh, there you go.
Whoa, whoa, we're back.
Wait, so what is this? What is program screen? So does that mean they couldn't see us the whole time?
I don't know. We were only over here.
So, but now we switch places. I don't know how you.
What? Um,
eh,
preview. I don't know.
Preview screen, program screen. I mean, like,
What does this do? What?
oh, oh, oh.
Okay, we're back.
Well, anyway,
Sorry, we turned out the lights for a second, actually.
yeah. Banana bread, right?
Banana bread.
Yeah.
I
I
think it's
I
overrated.
think it's just oh yeah, I think it's overrated because like my parents just randomly bring it home sometimes from people and it kind of is like
Hmm.
overrated, you know. I've never had banana bread like, wow, I'm gonna get that again.
Yeah.
I've always eaten like, oh, okay.
Next time my mom makes it, I'll make sure I bring you some, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Here's this banana bread my mom spent hours
And I'll be
making."
like, get that away from me. Don't give me that. And then you'll be like, I'm mad at
I'll be
you.
go on to Reddit and be like, "Am I the asshole?"
I like how people well, first off, I don't think you should go to Reddit to this like
Yeah.
fix your problems. I I like how his first thought was, "Oh, let me go to Reddit and let me go see what the people
Yeah.
online think." Yeah,
Maybe they're married and doing well now.
That was that was like 4 days ago.
Okay, they're
I don't
not married.
really.
Yeah, they're not married.
They could have gotten married in 4 days. Anyway, you want to read this one?
I'm sure. All right, this is buckle up,
This
everybody.
one, this one's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Am I the asshole for yelling to my roommate that I didn't give a shit about her depression? Wow. 18-year-old female, live with my roommate, 19-year-old female. So they're both 19 or 18, 19. So freshman year of college. Okay. Um, and her roommate showers once a week in our uni dorm, smells like a 2-day old Fruity Demar pizza.
It's crazy.
Fruity Demar pizza. I'm not even joking. I was away the first weekend after we settled down, while she spent the whole weekend in the room with the windows closed. And when I came back, the smell was so strong, I thought she ordered some Domino's and forgot to throw the leftovers away. It's only after noticing that horrid smell almost every day that I understood it came from her. The thing is, is the
Either.
thing is she is either at class or in the room. She never goes out. So every time I enter the room, there's a 70% chance it stinks. For reference, I shower every day, and I consider that I have good hygiene. Obviously, it's a very uncomfortable discussion to have, and I'm far from being a bold person, so I never had the courage to tell anything. Also, we really are not that good of friends. We never talk as she is extremely shy. When we first met, I tried to learn to know her, but she seemed very uncomfortable, so I gave up. Even when I asked her some basic questions, she seems a bit afraid. I am not an intimidating person. I literally look like a kid. I also cannot make any effort to be her friend because of how her hygiene affects me. Still, it was, in my opinion, it was quite obvious. Oh wow, this keeps going on. It was quite obvious to guess I was disturbed by the smell. Every time I or she entered the room, my first reflex was to open the windows. I even bought an air purifier
Ah,
and used it regularly in front of her. However,
no.
nothing seemed to change. Plus, because of the uni policy, there is no perspective for me to change dorms. I really started to give up, and I thought that my only option was to get accommodated to the smell.
That's bad.
Long story short, I recently had a very bad day, nothing to do with her, and my only wish was to go back to my room after class to chill and calm my nerves down. However, when I got back, she was there, as usual, and it particularly stank. It was the end of the week, and she only showers on Saturday.
Only on Saturdays?
That's really bad.
That's
Also, it
bad.
was cold outside, so I got extremely pissed off having to choose between being warm or not having my nostrils harassed by her smell and open the windows. I was really edgy that day and spontaneously told her things I never thought I could say. Basically, she said that she has been suffering in silence for weeks because of her poor hygiene. Wait, I basically said that I had been suffering. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
The girl that
Yeah,
lives with
yeah,
her
yeah.
has been suffering in silence for weeks because of her poor hygiene, and that I couldn't take it anymore. She was really stunned at first, and then she started to cry. She explained she was sorry, that she didn't know how much it affected me, and that it was because she was depressed and that it was really hard for her to shower. Still, I was extremely angry and yelled
Angie.
angry and yelled at her that I didn't give a flying cahoot and that it was disrespectful of her as she lived with somebody else in the same room. I know I might have been a bit harsh. I do not deny that depression can prevent you from doing basic things like showering. Still, I do not think that when it affects other people you don't even know, well, you have a part of responsibility. Okay, I know my opinion on this.
Wow. I think, yeah, yeah, I think she shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I also
I
feel
don't
that
think she.
way.
I could understand why she did that, because like when you have a lot of pent up anger and stuff on a subject that's like maybe not that serious and easy to fix, you're gonna blow up at that person and look like thick,
Yeah.
you
Like
know?
that is the girl that smells her, that is all her fault. Because you know
Yeah.
why? It literally in this like description, it literally says that she was like she started to cry and say she was sorry. Like if she brought this up weeks or I don't even know months ago. Actually, no. This was 4 days ago. Okay, so they've been living together all this time.
Dude, Fruity de Mare pizza. That's
Want to order a
so
pizza?
crazy. Like, I think I could showering in my dorm really sucks. Like the process takes like forever,
Yeah,
and like it's so much nicer I can do in my own home. So I kind of get it, right? Because
yeah.
there's nights where it's
I
like
can't even shower in my own home right now because my bathroom is under
that's
renovation.
where do you go shower?
That's gonna my grandparents' house. I'm gonna have to shower. But yeah. So I think she's definitely in the wrong. If she just brought this up
So like
a while
I think
ago,
yeah, she should have brought it up as soon as it happens because after like it starts to build and you get more angry
yeah,
silently, it gets really bad
yeah.
afterwards. But
Which I kind of experience the same thing. Not with smell. My
mhm.
roommate likes to stay up late and play video games, but like when the musical was coming around, I was kind of like, "Hey, like, do you think you could be like quiet by like 11,
Uh-huh.
11:30?" I was like, "Yeah, I kind of like need rest," and he was
Mhm.
like totally okay with it.
Yeah.
And like for a while, it like sometimes got to me because it was like, oh, like I just can't be on my own schedule all the time,
Mhm.
and I kind of have to go like I can't really study in the dorm,
Mhm.
which it's not good to study in the dorm anyways for me personally
Mhm.
because it's like it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely had like some pent up anger, but at the same time I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna and he was totally cool with it, and I was
Mhm.
like just asking him like, hey, like there's a point in my life where I definitely needed to be like quiet at a certain time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I think if you let that build up, I think it's just gonna come out the wrong way. And she should have been like, but yeah, she should have been like, I'll be here to help you through. Like they could be like, no wonder she was so shy and didn't want to answer questions.
Yeah,
She was
'cause like
depressed.
yeah,
And
and
like this girl was just like concerned about her smell, which like I guess that's fair, but like,
that's kind
dang,
of
you know where I want to go right now?
where
Rizzo's and get some fruity de mar. Or fruity de mar. I don't know what
is that like pasta?
yeah. It's like seafood pasta.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't. I think my dad got that.
It's good. It's like I'm talking like calamari. You got obviously you got your pasta base, but it's like calamari, I think crab,
Clams,
clams, crab, I think.
I
I think
think.
there might be some crab. It's delicious. That's all I can really go for some of that.
Means
What if I convince my grandparents to go to dinner tonight because my parents are gonna be out?
they'll probably take you. Um,
Okay, yeah.
Tyler and I are quite hungry.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat a band sub when I get home though.
What's a band sub?
Like, like Hemfield sells like
Oh, a
band sub.
band, comma sub,
I
not
guess,
like a
yeah.
band sub.
Yeah, like I open the sub and it plays like a tune for me. Anyways, yeah, so that's our take on that. Do we have any others?
I mean, there's this one.
I guess we'll read it. Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so okay, well, he's asking if my girlfriend can give me a heads up before talking about certain topics. Okay, I 21 male and my girlfriend 20 female are both university students. My girlfriend has this habit of randomly talking about stressful topics like not getting a job or co-op at times about upcoming exams or deadlines that she didn't prepare for, neglected, or sometimes just uncertainties in the future.
Yeah, some of the wording is really bad on these Reddit posts.
This person sounds like me. Like, I'm gonna be so for real.
Yeah.
This person sounds like his girlfriend just sounds like me. And I get that. And I get that she is stressed and that she would like someone to talk to, but she kind of dumps it all on me. Sometimes it is right after I lie down after coming home from a long day. Sometimes it's right after I finish a big deadline or when I just want to de-stress. I'm not saying that she shouldn't talk to me about things. I would very much like for her to talk to me, but I get easily stressed and upset if topics like that are dumped on me suddenly. Just has an effect on me where I start to spiral. For a while, I dreaded talking to my mother for this very reason. So a while ago, I asked her to just give me a heads up whenever she wants to talk about something like that, so I can get into the right headspace. I will gladly be there for her, but I just need like 2 minutes to prepare myself. She said, okay, then back then, but tonight while we were walking home, she brought it up again and got upset at me about it, and it felt like she didn't understand my point of view. It's not like I'm saying that I don't want to be there for her. I just said that I want a little heads up so I can prepare myself for like 2 minutes and not be dumped with stress out of the blue. Um, yeah, a few things I have to clear up. It may have sounded like I am not I sound it may have sounded like it, but I am not blaming my girlfriend for this. I realized why she was upset, and I did make her feel like and I did make her feel like she has to be careful about what she says. It's also true that I can't handle negative emotions. I have struggled with this for years. I've tried to push mine deep down and try to forget about it. Tiny things that may seem insignificant do make me spiral. That's kind of why I asked for a heads up. Therapy is an option. I still rely on my parents mostly, and they can and they can see my finances. So I don't want to bring up going to therapy to them, or nor do I want to go without telling them about it because I know that they might feel responsible for it. Whereas they might not be supportive. They have always been supportive of everything but irrational fear. So yeah. I did see someone commenting say some comment saying that when she needed to vent and I'm not ready, it can be the one I can be the one to say he can what? Hey, can you give me a minute? Wow. That's like
Um, yeah, if I'm being honest, I totally know what this guy feels like because I felt that so much.
so like I'll be thinking about I like to think about my problems until I finish them. But like if it's like a long-term problem that I can't fix right away, it'll be on my mind for like
Uh-huh.
until I'm done with it. And it just sneaks its way into my conversations because it's at the forefront of my brain.
Right.
So like I'll end up talking about it, but it'll be about serious things. But like it will be like we talk about everyday normal things like I don't know what you did. And then it'll be like, you know what? Like I'll be like blah 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 and I basically start the problem. But like no one can fix it. And so I get where his girlfriend's coming from. And I
Yeah.
get that like he needs a heads up. But like if I needed a heads up, I'd probably just that would be like an inciting incident for me to just like not tell you.
Inciting incident. That's
You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I understand that he still wants to be there for, her, but like if I have to go, like let me give you 2 minutes. I'm less probably just like psychologically less open to be like, yeah, let me give you 2 minutes and then we'll come back to it. You know, because like in 2 minutes I'll probably be like, it's whatever.
Yeah, I think he means it more like or less literally. Like give me 2 minutes to process it. Um,
I think giving a heads up would just probably be like it's doable, but it's just kind of like, you know.
yeah, okay, so I'm like obviously it's different with you. Like you kind of explained your scenario, but like you're, in a relationship right now and I'm not.
Hmm.
Um, I had a big problem with this in the past, and I think it was a little different in the past because I was younger. But like they tended to be negative at some time, a lot of times, and it was just like really draining. And it was like, nothing could be good at all. It always had to be something, which there were probably a lot of underlying mental health
Yeah.
problems that dealt with that, which maybe that could be something here. But I think from his point of view, I would have appreciated like, hey, can I rant for a second? Or like, hey, like this is bugging me. Can I
Yeah.
rant for a second?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Like, feel free to rant, right? I have a lot of people in my life now
Hmm.
that'll be like, hey, can I rant for a second? And they're like, feel free to rant. Or like my one friend Carly, I was like, this is a while ago. I was like, can I rant for a second? And she was like, yeah, I need to go to Tyler rant. And I
Hmm.
was like, huh? But I think heads up is always appreciated, especially if it's like, it just sounds like she's a kind of a negative person and he's more of a positive person. Kind of reminds me of myself. And it's just very
Well, not I wouldn't say
owners of Century 3 Mall given 30 days to move forward with plans to tear down. Wow. Sorry, I just saw that come across the screen.
Anyway, I wouldn't say she's a negative person. I think she just has she just has a lot of things and a lot of like
Complaints.
problems that go, a lot of like things that go on within her. So it's like natural to talk about. I don't know. I wouldn't say she's
Yeah.
negative. I think just like the thing I think about is kind of like if you can't really deal with that, maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship, you know?
Yeah, I definitely think he needs therapy, and I think he knows it too. Um, but they said they were both university students, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, I was thinking like, oh, there's probably like a university therapy counselor or whatever.
There is probably.
Um,
Yeah.
and I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe his college doesn't have one. But I'm like, I think all colleges are required to have one now.
It would make sense, yeah.
Yeah. So there is a resource for him, whether
Yeah.
he uses that or not.
Yeah.
It's up
Well,
to him.
I think that so his thing is like I just want to like a second. I just want to like, hey, give me a heads up. It's
Yeah.
respectable.
Yeah.
People did not agree. People they said that he sucked for that. So it's kind
Yeah,
of like,
I don't think they understand. They're not like
yeah.
taking
I understand both
yeah.
sides, but like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think one more thing before we move on. I think it's important because he mentioned like sometimes he just had a long day at work or something and he
Yeah.
just like wants to like decompress on the couch. Totally get that. Um, so I think that's where it comes into play where she's like, "Hey, like can I rant about this for a second? Like I'm really really upset about this." And he's like, "Honestly, I've had like a super long day and I'm not going to give the best response to you and I don't want to like hurt you. So like, do you think we could talk about this tomorrow?"
Yeah.
Or she's like, and then she could be like, honestly, it's just about it like a test grade, and tomorrow I'm probably gonna forget about it, so don't worry about it. I'll be good. I'm just gonna call my friend or something. Like it can
Yeah.
literally be that. Maybe she
Hmm.
doesn't have any other friends. I don't know. Anyways, moving
Yikes.
on.
All right, this is will be our last story. Would
Okay.
you like to read it?
No, you go ahead, read it.
So it says
Short too.
she goes, um, for not wanting to, for not one, no, she wants her sister, wait, her sister wants to use her baby's name as her name for her own baby. I am 29 female and not planning to have a baby anytime soon. Eventually, yes, nor am I in a relationship. My older sister, 34F, is currently pregnant with her second child and is having a hard time finding a name that sticks. My boyfriend asked me what my baby
Her
names
boyfriend asked me.
her boy her boyfriend asked me what my baby names are, and I was hesitant to say it, but I told him he liked it and pitched it to my sister, and they kept using the name in conversation, even though I mentioned it. I mentioned it. Clear, I don't feel comfortable with them using a name I've always wanted and really liked. It's causing some tension in our relationship because she's been joking about it and about how I have a better I have a baby and what? Because she's been joking about how I better have a baby and give that name since I'm making her give it up. However, it feels personal. I know I'm not pregnant, but I have always wanted to use the name down the line. Am I the asshole for not letting her have the name?
Um, Sort
Well,
of?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
she literally gave the list of names. If she didn't want him to use the baby name, then she shouldn't have told him all the names.
multiple people can be named the same name, you know?
Yeah,
Like, that's not a problem.
I mean, maybe, I don't know how close the relationship is, but like, you can still use the name. It's not ruined just because somebody else is using it.
Like, does she want the uniqueness of the name? Because, like, I don't, I don't know what the name is. It would be different if she told us what the name was. Like, let's say it
It
was
must
like,
be that, like,
yeah, familiar, like
familiar.
that normal. Because, like, if it was like, I don't know, if it was like Rick, I'd be like, oh, who cares? Like, there's
Yeah.
like 4 billion Ricks out there.
Well,
Like,
I don't know. Maybe no, because I feel like if it was like some kind of like family or cultural significance, she would have stated that.
yeah,
If it
so,
was something like, hey, like my, I don't know, great grandfather or something was named this, and like it's really like personal to me.
yeah. Like, it doesn't, if it's just like, if it's a nice name you like, I mean, a lot of people have the same names.
Yeah.
Like I don't really understand why her child only can be named that and not her like sisters or something.
Yeah, that's very.
So that's I don't agree
So
with
I
that.
yeah, I think she's
I think
definitely in
that's
the
weird.
wrong.
Yeah, I agree. Anyway, that's a
Yeah,
short
that's all we
Reddit
have for you.
reading.
Let us know if you liked this segment. Maybe I'll put a little Instagram poll up.
Yeah.
See if you liked it. Um, and yeah, just thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, let us know if you liked how we condemned these people. Yeah, if you would like to continue hearing that, let us know.
Yeah.
Listen to this podcast. We're trying to hit, I say the goal for this podcast, we're trying to get at least 4,000 views. I think that's easy. Yeah, that's we usually get that.
Really?
What do you mean?
Oh
What do you
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, my bad, my
What do you
bad.
mean? What
Yeah,
do you
we
mean
always get
really?
that. So
Yeah. So I don't think that would be hard for you guys. Thanks for listening.
yeah, thank you. And we'll
Okay.
see you in the
Yeah.
next episode.
All right. Bye. Peace.